Ever wonder why you choose one brand over another? I mean, really think about it. It's so much more than just a cool logo or a song that gets stuck in your head. It's a promise. A promise that, when a company actually keeps it, can turn you from just another customer into a lifelong, devoted fan. So let's dive in and unpack the secrets behind the world's greatest brands.
All right, before we get into all the theory, let's make this personal. Go on, take a second. Think of a brand you absolutely love. One you tell your friends about without even thinking twice. Maybe it's your phone, or that little coffee shop down the street, or your favorite pair of sneakers. Got one? Okay, hold on to that feeling. That's the magic we're about to break down.
First up, let's talk about the brand promise. We throw the word brand around all the time, but what is it, really? Well, its true meaning goes way deeper than you might think.
Okay, so here's the textbook definition, but the real magic is in that second part. A brand isn't just a name or a symbol. It's everything it means to you, the customer. It's this whole collection of feelings and experiences you have with the products. That loyalty you just felt for your favorite brand, that right there, that's the essence of the promise.
So how do you actually build that powerful feeling of loyalty? It pretty much boils down to these 4 steps. It all has to start with a great product. That's non-negotiable. Then, you've got to have a consistent image and message everywhere. And finally, you have to listen. Seriously. Capturing feedback is absolutely crucial for making sure you're still on the right track with your customers.
Now let's talk about the value of that promise. Because when a brand keeps delivering again and again, it builds something incredibly valuable called brand equity. This is where all those good feelings translate directly into cold, hard cash. Brand equity is basically the value a company gets just from having a good reputation. Think of it as the financial worth of what people think about you. It's built on how you stand out from the crowd, how relevant you are to people's lives, the respect or esteem they have for you, and just how well they know you. When all that is positive, you've got a powerhouse brand on your hands.
And this is where you really see the payoff. With high brand equity, a company can handle tough competition, launch new stuff more easily, and everything they make just kind of seems higher quality. But that last point, that is huge. It means customers are actually willing to pay more for a brand they trust and love. That's loyalty in action, right there.
And you see this game play out everywhere, especially when you walk down a supermarket aisle. You've got the huge manufacturer brands, the ones that have been around for decades, and then right next to them you have the store's own private label brands. They're basically using the store's own brand equity to offer you a trusted alternative that costs a little less. It's a classic strategy that's all about the power of a name you trust.
So we've established that a brand is this promise with real tangible value. But how does that promise actually get delivered, in the real world? The answer is actually pretty simple. It happens in every single interaction.
Every single time you interact with a company, that's what we call a touch point. And each one can either build that brand promise up or start tearing it down. Take a place like Chick-fil-A. Their brand isn't just the chicken sandwich, it's the super clean restaurants and the incredibly polite service. Every little piece of that experience delivers on their promise. And all of this falls under the big umbrella of customer service. And we're not just talking about a helpline here. No way. It's every single activity. From how easy their app is to use, to the person who greets you at the door. All of it is designed to satisfy you, the customer. Oh, and we can't forget about packaging. This is probably one of the most underrated tools in a marketer's entire toolkit. The design, the feel of the box, the way it opens, it's all communicating the brand's promise of quality before you've even gotten to the product inside. It's a really powerful tool. Okay, so keeping a promise once, that's a great start. But the real goal, the holy grail, is keeping it for life. It's about turning that one-time customer into a true raving fan. So how in the world do companies pull that off? Well, a huge part of the answer is a system called Customer Relationship Management, or CRM for short. You can think of this as the engine powers modern customer loyalty. It's this whole process and all the technology that helps companies keep track of their interactions and just understand their customers on a much deeper level. And it's not a one-and-done thing. It works in this continuous loop. Companies identify who their customers are, they watch how those customers interact with them, they gather specific data, they analyze it for patterns, and then, and this is the most important part, they use what they've learned to build a stronger, more personal relationship. It's a constant cycle of listening and responding. And at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Every single step we've just talked about, from the big brand promise all the way down to the CRM cycle, it's all designed to do one thing: create happy, loyal customers. Because that loyalty, that's the real key to long-term success and profitability. All right, we've been talking a lot about these huge corporations, but what does any of this have to do with you? Well, it turns out these exact same principles apply to the single most important brand you will ever manage, and that's your own. I love this quote because it just nails it. Your personal brand is your reputation, plain and simple. It's what your coworkers, your friends, your boss, what they all think of when they hear your name. Are you seen as reliable, creative, a leader? That's your brand. And guess what? You build it in almost the exact same way a big company does. Number 1, deliver quality work. That's your product. Number 2, create a consistent image in how you present yourself. And number 3, nurture your network. Think of your network as your own personal CRM. It's all about building and maintaining those important relationships. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a big question to chew on. What is your brand's promise? What's the one thing you consistently deliver to the people in your personal and professional life? Answering that question is the very first step to building a powerful and authentic personal brand. Thanks for digging into this with me.